the radio because it's a Asden, like PCH 6000, and I got it hooked up and programmed, and it works good. But I'm on the right now. I'm on the Echo Link, the M0HOY repeater, I think is what it is.
This is DB3RP.
I was on the GB3RO, but I don't think they could hear me, I don't think. But yeah, so I'm on the Echo Link. That's why the audio is so good, because it's just my phone audio. Anyway, back to you, Chris, W1CDX W4RAE.
Yeah, okay there, Rachel, all received. Yeah, we thought, well, that battery pack, portable power station, I suppose you call it, which is a good idea, really. Save you messing with the wiring on the auto. You can get, if you tag it into the original battery, you can have charging issues and all that, but that's down to an auto electrician to do that. But that's the better way, really. At least you can use that porta pack if you go camping or around the house or in the garden. Or even the SOTA, and what's the other one? Parks on the Air, which is taking off tremendously now, isn't it? So there's always a use for that one. Yeah. Crikey, if I went to a Hamfest now, I'd have to stick my hands in my pockets. Yeah. There's too many gadgets and whatever is out there that, takes my liking, put it that way. So there you go. I went to one about a month and a half ago. It's about 80 miles from here.
But I think the problem is that I've got one of these Ford Broncos, like the Ford Bronco Sport, and they keep telling me that I can't get past the firewall, or I don't even know what that is, but so it'd be really hard for me to wire it myself. And I was gonna get, we have those cigarette lighters plugs, in the car, and I was going to do that because it's 12 volt, but I think it's too low, and the radio, it's 13.8 volts, and it goes up to like 30-40 watts or something. So even with the battery pack, if I don't have it on low power mode, when I go to transmit, it shuts off, and I have to unplug it from the battery pack, turn off the battery pack, turn it back on, and then turn it back on, and then remember to put it on low power mode. Otherwise, it just shuts off the radio. But I did buy a cigarette lighter just in case, if it keeps doing that. There's a cigarette lighter plug that I can, with an Anderson end, I don't know if you guys call it that. I just learned that yesterday. The black and white clips, or the black and red clips. But yeah, no, I can take it, yeah, in the garden. We call it a yard, call it a backyard. But yeah, in the garden, or, you know, yeah, that thing where people go and do outdoor things. I don't get to do it very often, so it's kind of, yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I was there, somebody asked me, like, hey, would you like to go do some, you know, whatever that's called, and I was like, I'm married, thanks. Would you like to do that sometime? And I was like, no, it's okay. But yeah, I'm just busy with school and kids and things. Anyways, I'm yapping about, so I'll hand it over back to you, Chris. W1CDX.
Okay there, you don't want to see the... Well, that's what family life's about, isn't it? There you have no time, and then when you retire, you've still got no time. That's what my side is this end, anyway. Yeah, okay. Yeah, your firewall is between you and the engine. That's part of the chassis. Usually double skins these days, but it's always a problem to get to. But yeah, no, the quarter pack is the best option for you anyway. Yeah. Okay then, well, thanks for the contact anyway, and we'll look forward to working with you again. Keep your call sign in the log anyway, this end. And hope you get on with the family life and find time anyway to work radio. CW1 CDX, 7 speeds at the moment there, Rachel.
CW1 CDX 34RE. Yeah, thanks so much, Chris. I appreciate the contact. Yeah, I'm hoping to try to get on more. But yeah, no, it's good to be retired and still be busy, you know, because that, you know, it's good for your brain, especially in retirement, that you don't get bored. It's really, really important. I'm studying nursing, so I learned that when people retire and if they don't have something to do, then their body just shuts down. So it's good. I'm glad radio exists. Anyway, but yeah, I'm on QRZ. If you're on there, I'll find you. All right, I'll 7 3s for now. Chris, GW1CDX, W4RAE. Have a good one.
Yeah, 7 3s for now anyway. Bye. CW1 CDX.
W4RAE, W4RAE, Golf 1, Uniform Victor Quebec, call.
Golf 1 UVG, I think, Uniform Victor, or UVQ, Victor Quebec, sorry, I don't like it. W4RAE.
W4RAE, yes, Golf 1, Uniform Victor Queen, or Uniform Victor Quebec. Yeah, UVQ, your name is Trevor, QD8's on the south coast of the United Kingdom. Just listen to your conversation with the other station there. And, yeah, I use a battery pack in my car, even though I got a quite good battery in there. I'd rather use the battery, and then I don't drain the battery on my actual car there. I do out in the field. I go in the field, does all sorts of stuff. My house at the back is like a antenna farm, power dish, long wires, HF, repeater aerial, everything like that. W4RAE, Golf 1, Uniform Victor Quebec.
This is
Oh,
DB
perfect.
3RP.
Golf 1, Uniform Victor, Quebec. Trevor, W4RAE, Rachel in Nashville, Tennessee, US. You're in the UK. That's awesome. Okay, so you have a backpack, so you're on the field a lot. So the battery in your backpack, is it in a container? Because I think that would be easier, because the toolbox that I'm using is taken up not almost all the leg room in the passenger seat for my son to sit in. I need to be able to put it I need to be able to take the battery out of it, but I don't want to just have like a free-flowing battery. Do you have it in a container or just like kind of just hanging out in the backpack? Just a question. G1 UBC W4RAE.
W4RAE, Golf 1 Uniform Victor, Quebec. Yeah, I've got the 100 amp hour in the back of my car. It saves me using my car battery. Then I pull up somewhere, set up the table, and set up a portable antenna. 100 amp hour. It's quite good. Also, I take a solar panel with me just in case it goes down a little bit. But that's my sort of preference. I do have a HF 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and 50 meg little handheld. What not a handheld? FT70D digital, and I've got a FT817ND, which is a lovely little HF 2 meter, 70 centimeter, 50 meg, and HF. That's got its built-in batteries, but also connect it to a 7 amp battery power if I'm going out on my push bike. Over.
G1 UBC W4RAE. Okay, that's really cool. You've got the solar panel. So if the battery goes out, how do you use the solar panel? Does it connect directly to the radio, or do you connect it to the battery? Sorry, I don't know how all that works. Over.
W4RAE. Yeah, I connect it straight to the battery. It's 200 watt solar panel. It's 20 amp supply, so it's quite good. I've got them in the garden, so I run my battery backup system off from my house. Save the electric on the house. And I've got another battery pack where I'm even a solar panel, what I haven't even connected yet. But that's my sort of way of doing things. I've got generators in the garage because my garage is quite away from my house. But yeah, I like experimenting. I'm just trying to set up a FT 200 to run SSPV. I don't know quite how to do it at the moment. I've got the USB cable to the computer, but I love doing SSPV. Over.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not sure what FT200 or SSDB, I think I'm saying that right, what that is. Sorry, I'm not very versed in the radio. I just usually use like the Peanut apps and Echolink and go into the local nets on the HT, and I'm so excited to have my mobile. That's really, I'm so excited for that. But, okay, so you've got generators, okay, in the garage. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I wish I had, like, more knowledge on it. But, real quick, I'm actually heading down to the UK, or I guess headed up in August. So I wanted to take my husband to the UK. He's never been. I mean, I've never been, but that's going to be really fun. We're going to, just visit like Liverpool, Oxford, Canterbury. There's a couple places. So I just wanted to share that. The G1 UVQ W4RAE.
W4RAE, little pause in case someone else wants to come in. Yeah, SSTV is slow scan television. It's where you take a picture on your computer, and then you can send it via your radio. And I've had some good results with that so far. I've had a few pictures back from USA. But apart from that, yeah, not too bad. Okay, I won't hold it too long in case anybody else wants to come in. Very nice to speak to you. I am on QRZ and QRZ2Q. Yeah, I've got a few radios here, an FT-DX10, an FT-9918, and all the digital modes as well. I've got a few bow fans, that's really good. And I do digital on digital, which means I send SSTV on a digital mode. But apart from that, thanks so much for the contact, and hopefully someone else is going to come into you and talk to you on Echolink, because I'm on Echolink at the moment. Yeah, I'll give you 73. It's been very nice to meet you, and very nice to hear you talk, and I wish you luck when you come to England. And yeah, I'm right on the south coast, right down the bottom of England, in a place called Poole, Papa Oscar Lima Echo. That's a Dorset. 73, TM, thanks very much for the contact. Golf 1, Uniform Victor Quebec. Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. Golf.
Yes, G1UVQ W4RAE, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha. Yeah, no, that's really cool. Okay. Your audio was a little bit echoey at the end there. I don't know if anything changed, but just want to let you know. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I'm on QRZ as well. But yeah, 7.3s for now. And yeah, I'm excited to go to the UK. I'll talk to you soon. 7.3s, W4RAE, Rachel in Nashville.
Yeah, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. Copy on a Mike 3, Tango, Whiskey Alpha. To yourself.
Okay, I've got Mike 3, Tango, Whiskey Alpha. I think that's right. MM3, PWA, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. Let me know if I got that right.
Yeah, Chris and Rachel. Yeah, very good morning. Many thanks here for reply back to the call. Yeah, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo from Mike 3, Tango, Whiskey Alpha. Yeah, operator name my side is Ian, India, Alpha November. Ian is the operator name. And my QTH, Rachel, across this big point over here into the southwest coast of Scotland. Local time for me at the moment, 10 minutes to 12 in the morning for me yet there, so very good morning to myself, Rachel. And a very good morning to you. Sounded excellent there, by the way. Q5, love the lovely audio, no drop out or any packet loss. So the station certainly doing a wonderful job. Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha, back around to Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo.
Hey Ian, okay, MM3 PWA, W4RAE. Yeah, I'm actually using the Echolink. I'm in the M0HOY Echolink repeater, I think, node. I don't know. All-star node 1111, but that's what I'm just reading right now. Yeah, good working. I probably heard you before a couple years ago when I was on more, unless there's another Ian with that accent. But yeah, good to hear you. Let's see. What was your QTH? I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, Crystal Rachel, full copy there, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo from Mike 3, Tango, Whiskey Alpha. Yeah, my QTH, I live in a small town called Irvine. We're here on the coastline, Rachel. We're only about 30 miles southwest of the city of Glasgow. And looking at business for me, I am actually running through a noise here on the IAX RPT client with the All-Star mode. And that runs over a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is downstairs in my living room, with the shack upstairs here in the back bedroom there. Hopefully it's sounding okay there, and that's with a headset from a company called Logitech, the H150 headset there. So I'm hoping that the audio is sounding okay to you there. I am totally a digital station, Rachel. I can connect to all the different digital modes that are available using various bits of software. And this bit I'm using at the moment is called the IAX RPT client. This is a software that it runs over a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is downstairs. And I'm coming in through a node number, which is 540821 there. So hopefully you're copying okay, Rachel. Mike 3, TWA, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo.
Mike 3, TWA, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo, W4RAE. No, Ian, you're sounding great on your Logitech headset. So I think I got something IAX something, but you're running on Raspberry Pi Zero. That's really cool. Super, super cool. And I think you said Irwin, some 30 miles south or 50 miles south of Glasgow. That's awesome. It's good to work you. Make sure you see me on QRZ. We can make that contact. That's really cool. Well, very cool. Yeah, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, in the USA. And yeah, it's like I'm a little bit south of Nashville, but nobody knows the town. It's kind of same thing where people just only know the big city. So I kind of just say Nashville, but I'm also about 30 miles south of Nashville in a town called Shelbyville, Tennessee. But you can see that on my QRZ. But yeah, so the weather's good here. It's beautiful. I'm about to make my coffee. It's 6:55 a.m. So yeah, yours about to be noontime at 12 p.m. in 5 minutes. I came on. I was like, hey, they're awake. I'll see what's going on. I just got my mobile radio yesterday, so I can only do it's only 2 meters because I only got it for $40. So I was excited to have something in the car. Anyways, I'm yapping. All right, back to you, Ian. Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo.
Yeah, Crystal, Rachel, Paul copy there. Yeah, Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha returning for the final of Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. Rachel, many thanks here for replying back to the call. It's been my pleasure to make your acquaintance here on this system here. And hopefully you and I maybe can catch up further down the line for another QSO. But just before I disappear, do not know if you've ever had the pleasure of visiting Scotland before. If you haven't, if you get a bit of time, you might want to have a quick look at my QRZ page, Rachel. A lot of wonderful pictures of my country, especially up in the Highlands of Scotland. I get asked many times, Rachel, by your fellow radio amateurs over there in the US of A to try and describe what Scotland's like. Aye. Very hard thing to do, Rachel, describe anything over a microphone, far less a country. And that was the main reason for putting the pictures on the QRZ page. Other than amateur radio, Rachel, I'm also a very keen amateur photographer, especially the landscape variety there. So if you get a chance, have a look. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a few pictures of my shack and some of the software that I use to transmit on there. So you can just have an idea of my setup look now. Okay, Rachel, very, very good morning to you. A very good morning for myself. Nearly just less about 4 minutes to 12 here. And of course, all the very best 73s for myself over here in the west coast of Scotland. 73, my dear, catch you further down along. Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha, now play with the Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. 73, Rachel.
LM3 TWA, W4RAE. Yeah, thanks, Ian. I haven't been to Scotland before. I was going to try to take the train from when I go to the UK August 11th. I just don't have enough time to go up and come back down because, you know, here in America you only get 7 days annual vacation. So we don't get the 21 days, so it's not a lot of time. So I had to pick either to my husband to go to Liverpool or on one of those days, or to take the train up to Glasgow. My cousin, she married a guy from Scotland. I think they live near Glasgow. Her name is Georgia, and I don't remember his name, but his last name is Doig. I think it's D-O-I-G. So my cousin lives up there, which is really cool. She's super lucky for that. But yeah, no, I'll definitely check out your photography stuff. That's really cool. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is Hotel Tokyo. I know, I'm such a nerd for that. But it's easy to find. So if in case you have a photography page on there, I recommend. A lot of photographers have Instagram. But yeah, my Instagram's Hotel Tokyo. But I'll catch you on the next one. I need to grab a pen. I didn't grab a pen, so I'm writing with a child's crayon to write down the QSOs. So I'm going to grab a pen after this and then come back. All right, 7-3 for now, Ian. MM3TWA, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo, W4RAE.
Yeah, Chris Rachel, yeah, very good morning to you there. Yeah, just before I disappear, I actually come from Glasgow. I was born and bred in Glasgow, and we moved down to the town of Irvine many years ago. And if you do manage onto the QRZ page, you'll find right at the very bottom, Rachel, some maps that show you where my location actually is here. So I'll let you see how close I am to Glasgow there. Okay, Rachel, very good morning to you. Hope you get many more contacts this morning. And we're wishing you the very best 73s, and you're now off and clear. Mike 3, TWA, now play with Rachel there, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo.
Yes, 7-3, Ian. Thanks so much.
TWA, Golf 6 Charlie Oscar, November.
Yeah, very good afternoon, my friend. Yeah, you're good to come across for the call sign again. You were a bit quick over there, because I need to write it down there. So, very good day to you. So, yeah, call sign this side is Mexico 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha, and the operator name is Ian, India Alpha November. My QTH up here on the southwest coast of Scotland. So, back around to you, my friend. I'll be giving the call sign nice and slow so that I can write it down, and also the operator name as well. There, go ahead.
Charlie, Oscar, November, G6CON, and the operator name here is John, Juliet Oscar, Hotel November. And good morning to Rachel. Enjoy your coffee if you're still monitoring. Yeah, very good. Good morning to you, Ian. Hope the sun's out up there. The QTH this end is Hungerford in the county of Berkshire. We're about 100 kilometres west of London. I think nearly everybody in the world has heard of Hungerford when we had the massacre. That sort of put us on the map. But anyway, very good morning to you from sunny Hungerford, over.
This is GB3RP.
Yeah, Chris, John. Yeah, Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha Dunning. Unfortunately, I didn't get your call sign there, John. I'm having a bit of issues with my internet there. I'm doing a bit of drop out there. So, once again, if you don't mind, you can maybe give me your call sign on the next over. Yeah, operator name here is Ian, and I'm located up here on the southwest coast of Scotland, John. I live in a small town called Irvine, right here on the coastline, John. Only about 30 miles southwest here, the city of Glasgow. And WX condition today, very, very poor day, John. Having said that, it is trying its best to brighten up there, but at the moment you're sitting on 7 centigrade, it's only about 44 Fahrenheit. And by and large, for most of the morning so far, John, it's rained on and off there with quite a bit of a breeze outside there. So I thought we were heading into some lovely spring weather, John, but seems we're heading back into the winter, hi. So back around to you, John, and give me the call sign again, please.
6, Charlie, Oscar, November. Golf 6, Charlie, Oscar, November. The beautiful sunshine here, Ian. Outside temperature at the moment is 12 degrees C. It's chilly. The sun's bright, but it hasn't got the strength yet. Yeah, I know where Irvine is. Never been there. Been through Glasgow many years ago. I went through the Gorvals with a friend of mine. Yeah, that was quite frightening. You had groups of guys on street corners, and as you went past, they all turned around and look at you. And I thought, oh my God, don't break down here. That's not going to be good. I spent 9 years in Scotland, the county of West Lothian. Our nearest wee town was Linlithgow, and our village was Phillipston. We were right out in the countryside on a small holding. My uncle bred pigs. But there you are. If you look us up under Golf Bravo 1 Romeo Yankee, I'm part of an amateur radio group, and we operate from a deactivated airfield, which is about sort of 6 miles west of us. And we all do all sorts of HF events, mainly military. One of our most prolific call signs is GB1RY, Golf Bravo 1 Romeo Yankee. That's the first and the last letters of the village of Ramsbury, and they used that as their call sign during the Second World War. The 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment were there. Other American groups were there, also the RAF. And my father was stationed there during the Second World War, so he met my mother, and that's how I came about, along with my brother, M8WDO. Anyway, back round to you, Ian. From MO3 TWA G6CON.
Yeah, myself, John. Yeah, Mike 3, Tango Whiskey Alpha. Let's see if I make the call sign right here, John. I think it's Charlie, Oscar, November, and Golf 6. So hopefully that's right there, John. Yeah, I'll copy there on the last over there. I don't know, what did you use for a station, John? Sounding good there. Q5. Lovely clear audio. No drop out or any packet loss. Working conditions for me, John. I am totally a digital station, and I am running here on the old Star Road. I'm running through a client called the IAHRPG.
MM3 TWA, Golf 6 CON. Yep, all copied in. Yep, your audio is good. I'm using a Bofang UV32, UV32. It's quite a big radio. I don't know, you've probably seen some pictures of them, but there's UHF, VHF, and a digital. I'm using an MMDVM hotspot, which is sitting on top of a 90,000 milliamp hour power bank at the moment. So yeah, I have quickly looked down the your QRZ page. Yeah, beautiful countryside. Unfortunately, where we were, you could have been anywhere in the UK, in the country. The only difference was there were more stone walls than there were hedges. So that was the only giveaway. But yeah, I enjoyed my time up there. But we came back here in when did we come back? 1969. We came back. I went to Lithgow Academy for my secondary school education. But there we are. Anyway, we'll hold it too much longer with you, Mike, and we'll hopefully maybe have words again when we run another special event station. I think our first one this season will be airfields on the air. So if you have HF, GB1RY will be our call sign for that weekend anyway. I say there's an awful lot of information on QRZ on the airfield. This is my second call sign. My call sign that I had when I was licensed in 85 was Golf 1 Oscar Quebec Victor G10QV. So if you have a look on there, I haven't changed my QRZ pages over yet, but I must get on and do that. So anyway, back around to you for a final then, Ian, and we will, I think it's Ian. Yeah, there is my brother. My memory isn't brilliant. I'm getting on in years. I'm 70, so there's an awful lot of candles burning on the cake over.
Yeah, Chris John's all copied there. Yeah, Mike 3 Tango was the help with returning. Yeah, I just got your QRZ page up there, John. Golf 1 Oscar Quebec Victor there. So I don't know if you do this QRZ bit there, but I'll certainly log you into it, John. So once again, many thanks here for replying back to the call or giving me a shout there. It's been my pleasure to make your acquaintance here on this setup here that I use this client called the IAX RPG client. It runs over the All-Star, of course I'm in this node at the moment. The node at the moment is 540821. There's a this bit of software that I use runs over a Raspberry Pi Zero, John, so I'm glad it sounded okay there. I'm not on here very often. I actually come on and look for a very good friend. I don't know if you know Dave, G0KPM. I don't know if you've ever spoken to before there. I thought you might have been about this morning there, but there's nothing here there, so many thanks for the call, John. So we're going to wish you a very good now afternoon, 10 past 12. So all the very best 73s from myself up here on the west coast of Scotland. And I might venture back in here again, John. So you ever hear me call, feel free to give me a shout. And hopefully I can catch up on another QSO later. So very good afternoon to you, John. Very best 73s, and we're now off and clear. Mike 3, Tango Lucy Alpha, now clear with Golf 1, Oscar, Quebec Victor. 73, John.
Young man, no, we'll work again. 7-3.
This is GB3RP. Hello?
Yeah, hello? Goodbye.
Hello?
Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo, monitoring.
Mike 7, Mike Papa November. I just wondered if I could have a quick radio report over.
M7 MPN. Yeah, you're working fine.
Very much. Is the audio and the signal all okay? Set up okay? Just going through aftermarket app, so I'm just wondering how it's doing. Back to you.
Oh, the signal I can't report because I'm on a radioless node. Audio sounds okay. MM9 SRU.
9 SRU, Mike 7, Mike Papa November. Yeah, thank you for the audio report, mate. It's now say 73.
Morning, SRU. DDX, Sky Delta Extra.
John 4, Yankee Lima Charlie. I'm looking for a report. Just set up DMR. Just checking to see if it works. John 4, Yankee Lima Charlie.
Mike 3, Bravo Delta Mike Portable returning Q5 into UBNet. Can't give you a signal report, I'm using Echo Link. But Q5 into UBNet.
4 Yankee Lima Charlie returning. Just come back with your call sign on the next over. Yeah, I've just got a little handheld, a little Bofong, a EM32, and I was looking through and I saw that Hubnet had a talk group number. So I plumbed it into my local gateway, and it seems to be working fine. I used to plus you can still access Hubnet via All-Star on my Simplex gateway, which is about 30 miles from me, and the other option I had was obviously through EchoLink. Things seem to be working okay this end. So back to you, Golf 4 Yankee Lima Charlie.
Golf 4 Yankee Lima Charlie, this is M3 Mike 3 Bravo Delta Mike Portable. M3 BDM, and the name this side is Brian, and I'm in Rotherham. I'm usually on a handheld through gateway GB3 PM, but it's been up and down for the last few days, so that's why I'm using EchoLink. But yeah, you find this side, audio's brilliant. There's nothing wrong with that audio. But yeah, things happen, don't they? Things can break, whether they're mechanical or electrical. They all can go wrong at some point. We've just got to be patient. And yeah, back to you, Mike 3, Bravo Delta Mike, Portable.
Okay, Brian, G4YLC returning. Yeah, all good your end. Nice strong signal into your local gateway. The thing I've noticed about using DMR on Hubnet is the interface, the PC interface only shows Hubnet DMR. And if I'm using All-Star, it comes up with a call sign, obviously. And if I'm using my gateway, my Simplex gateway, it just comes up with the gateway ID, the repeater ID. So when somebody is looking to see who you are, it's a bit awkward if you're not using QRZ to see, because you only get the Hubnet, and then it comes up with DMR stroke something else. So there you go. Back to you, Brian. Hope you're having a lovely day. Location here, by the way, is in World Whiskey Oscar Romeo Lima Echo, which is in Somerset, not too far from
This is GB3RP.
Great.
Mike 3, Bravo Delta Mike, returning Somerset, lovely part of country. I just love that area. It's always, every time I've ever gone in my life, it's always sunny. I go to other parts of the country and it's raining. But a few times I went camping and looking at various vehicles in the past. When I went to Somerset, it always, and my wife said same, was sunny. I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but I always call it the sunny side of UK. But yes, I've got to clear with you now. I've just something to do and I want to get it done. If I don't do it, you know the score, I'll never get it done. So if you don't mind, brilliant to make contact, but I do have to clear. So 73's captured out log, Mike 3, Bravo Delta Mike Portable clear. Rushing to get something done, or somebody will be on my back. Mike 3, Bravo Delta Mike Portable.
cancelled in the east a few years ago, and that was quite bad. Anyway, take care, mate. 7-3s, we'll talk again.
Whiskey 2, Romeo Oscar, November, W2RON in the state of Vermont, USA, listening.
W4 Romeo Alpha Echo, W4 Romeo Alpha Echo, Golf 6 Charlie Oscar November.
Golf 6 Charlie Oscar November, W4 Romeo Alpha Echo.
Golf Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo G608. Yeah, very good. I guess it's morning over there with you, Rachel. Time over here is 12:06. Oh, sorry, 12:25. And outside temperature here is 13 degrees. Well, it's 13.1 degrees centigrade. Just thought I'd come in and just a quick hello. Operator name here is John, Julian Oscar Hotel, November. And I'm in the county of Berkshire, about 100 kilometres west of the city of London, in a little town called Hungerford. Anyway, what's about round to you? Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo G60.
Hey, B6CON, W4RAE, Rachel, in Nashville, Tennessee, in the U.S. It's 7:26 a.m. and well, I'm about 30 miles south of Nashville. It's 73 degrees Celsius, so maybe like, I don't know, 12 degrees, or 73 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet, so maybe 12 C, I don't know yet. It's funny you guys say 12 C or 13 C, but we don't say like 73 F, we just say degrees. Anyways, alright, back to you. John, I think, is your name.
C-O-N. Yeah, you got it. If you look me up on QRZ.com under Golf 1 Oscar Quebec Victor, that was my original call sign that I got in 1985. But we've had a change in licensing conditions in the UK, and I was able to change my call sign because the first three letters of CON are part of my last name. So I always wanted a call sign like that, and now there's been a change in regulations. I was able to get what I wanted. But there we go. Anyway, I hope all's well in the States. And I did listen to your previous transmissions. Enjoy the UK. And if you get a chance to go up into Scotland, yeah, the scenery up there is fantastic. Especially if you get out onto the islands or right up into the north. I spent 9 years living up in Scotland, but that was in the Lowlands. So there we are. Anyway, I won't hold it too long with you. His lunch has appeared. I'd say it's 12:28 at the moment, so I'll pass it back round to you. Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo, Radio Amateur Exam, G6CON.
Yeah, G6CON, John, W4 Radio Amateur Exam. Yeah, I learned that about 4 years ago when I first came on here, and somebody said, oh, that's like radio amateur exams. That's what they used to call them back in the 70s, 80s, and I was like, that's cool, I'll remember that, so I just started using that. But I'm glad you got to choose your call sign letters. Were you not able to choose your letters before? I was able to choose. I mean, the original one they give you, it's just random, but then you can, put in for ones that are available. And then, they let you have what you want. What changed? What your rules changed over there? Over G6 CON W4RAE.
Originally, when I sat the exam in 1985, well, I actually sat it in 1983, but I failed part of it. It was a two-part exam. In 1986, I passed it. I was given a random call sign, which was U1OQV. Now, that only allowed me on VHF and UHF. To get onto the HF bands, I had to do a Morse test of 12 words per minute. I didn't bother with that. Well, I did, but unfortunately I was married then, and I put it down for 25 years, put it in the box and never bothered about it. So I'm divorced now for many years, and I never bothered to do the Morse. And then the licensing conditions changed, so I ended up with a full license without having to do the CW. And again, very recently, only a few months ago, they decided that there were a number of different call signs available. So my first attempt at getting roughly the call sign I wanted was successful. If you look me up under QRZ, under Golf 1 Oscar Quebec Victor, you'll see why I chose the Charlie Oscar November part of the call. But anyway, I went with you, say lunch has appeared, and it's cooling down. Another thing to look at is Golf Bravo 1 Romeo Yankee. I'm part of a radio amateur group that operate what we call special event stations, and we operate from a disused RAF airfield about 6 miles away in another county, and that is Wiltshire, and I'm in Berkshire at the moment. But if you look up on there, you'll see what we do. If you're terminally bored and want something to read for a few minutes, have a look at us up on there. Great short of it.
Break.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Mike 7, Victor Mike Quebec. Just wanted to pop in and say hello while I was on the walk home. Personal here is Tony, Tango Oscar November Yankee. Once again, that is Tango Oscar November Yankee. And QTH is Rochester down in Kent. Yeah, I'm going to pop my keys in the door and get myself in, but I'll be monitoring as well. So yeah, more than happy to have a bit of a chin wag if the other station's shooting off.
Tony, Whiskey for Romeo Alpha Echo. Give me your call sign one more time. I got M7 something MQ.
Yep. So call sign once again is Mike 7 Victor Mike Quebec. And once again that is Mike 7 Victor Mike Quebec.
Okay, perfect, got it. Mike 7 Victor Mike Quebec. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Tony. Thanks for monitoring on your walk. John, G6CON. Okay, so you guys operate, you said, at an airfield in Wiltshire. That's cool. And you said it's called CB1 something Yankee. If I don't hear it, I just put little lines on it. No, I definitely get bored, so every once in a while, and I'll read up on it. Where is it on? Is it on QRZ or somewhere? Is it on your QRZ? Over. John G6CON, Rachel Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo.
We are on QRZ.com. It's Golf Bravo and number 1 Romeo Yankee. It's the Romeo and the Yankee are the first and last letters of the airfield identification code that was used during the Second World War. It was active with the American troops and also the Royal Air Force. The 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment were there, the Screaming Eagles. And also my father was stationed there during the Second World War with the Royal Air Force. So he met my mum, and that's how I am here today. Anyway, I won't bore you any further, Rachel. Enough witterings from this old chap. And I'll let you and Tony carry on. Anyway, good to talk to you. 7-3, but I'll monitor. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's good. Good to talk to you. Good to connect on QRZ there, John. Awesome. No, I'll check that out. That's really cool. We don't have any awesome abandoned airfields. That's the only airfield abandoned I've seen. There's a Doctor Who episode of that abandoned airfield, and probably many Midsummer Murders episodes of abandoned airfields. So they're very good. Anyway, okay, well, 7-3 for now. John, G6CON, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo.
Very good to know. We're passing around to the other station, who's probably now Tony. He's probably knowing. So around you, Tony. No, I'm going to back out. On G6CON. 7-3 all.
Yeah, thank you very much for passing it round. It's nice to get on the air after one hell of a morning of being back at work. It feels good to be kind of back in my comfortable space. I've just had the radio beside me kind of all day at work and just not been able to use it, and it's been bugging me. So it's been quite nice to kind of come back and kind of hear people on the air. So just out of curiosity, Rachel, I don't actually have you in my logs. I don't think I've ever come across yourself before. So if you don't mind, can I just pop you in the log? That'd be awesome.
Hey, Tony, that's M7B MQW4RAE. Wait, what do you need? What information do you need? Sorry, again, I still haven't had coffee. Go ahead.
No, I think even though you've not had coffee, I think you've done it anyway, because you said your call sign, which I've got down as Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo. So yeah, feel free to correct me if that's wrong. But yeah, no, I've just never come across yourself before. So yeah, it's always.
I don't know what happened. It got disconnected. Tony, M7G, MQ, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo. I'm over here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Victor Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey Monterey.
What was the call sign? I'm sorry.
The call sign this way is Victor Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, over.
Okay, I've got Victor Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, Victor Kilo. Is that South Africa? Or no, Australia. Oh, he's going to be so upset with me. Okay, yeah, P4 Romeo Alpha Echo, W4 RAE, over.
Yeah, Whiskey 4, Romeo Alpha Echo. Victor Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey, returning yet. No, VK is Australia, and 5 is South Australia. I'm in Port Pirie, about 220 kilometres north of Adelaide, in South Australia, over.
Okay, you're in Australia. VK5CSW, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo, W4RAE. Okay, that's really cool. I have a friend, Dave Rose. I can't remember his call sign. I'll look it up real quick. He's... oh, sorry, disconnected. He's part of the Flying Doctor Service, Royal Flying Doctor Service. Have you heard of that?
Yes, Rachel, unfortunately, we've been there. Look, I have actually used the flying doctor, had to be flown into, I had an injury, had to be flown out.
Oh, that must have been super scary. Yeah, so he works, like he works on the planes. I don't have my computer and I can't look on my phone while I'm using Echolink, so I'll message you on QRZ or on Facebook. If you go on Facebook and just look up my call sign, W4RAE, you can find me. And I'll send you my friend, because that's really cool. I talk to him all the time. He's not on Echolink, funny enough. But yeah, good to meet you. Hopefully the weather's okay. He's in, oh gosh, I can't even remember what city he's in. Edmonton? No, is that a city? Nope. I have to look it up, sorry.
No problem, Rachel. Yes, it's got a few bases around Australia. We've got one about 45 minutes from here in Port Augusta. There's a Flying Doctor Service base there. One Broken Hill, which is the one that we mainly use, Broken Hill, one from up north. But yeah, I actually drive road trains. That's what I do for a living.
VK5CFW, W4RE. Wait, what did you say you do for a living?
W4RAE, VK5CFW. I drive road trains for a living, long trucks.
Okay, that's really cool. I teach, for a living, I teach at a college, information systems, information technology, so that's fun to do, but yeah, let me get that location. Hold on, pop on off for just a second, and I'll be back. VK5DFW, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo, W4RAE.
Yeah, Whiskey 4 Romeo Alpha Echo, Kilo 5 Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey Return. No worries, Rachel. Like I said, there's a few bases around. We got, like I said, Port Augusta, Broken Hill, Alice Springs. There's a few, mainly covers the Northern Territory.
Okay, back to VK5CFW. I think this is W4RAE, so I think he's in Adelaide, South Australia, and I think he does work off the Port Augusta, I believe. Over.
Yeah, W4RAE, VK5CFW. No worries, yeah, Adelaide's only about 2.5 hours from where I am, and Port Augusta's about 45 minutes. So if you, because I drive, like I said, I drive road trains. I do that from here in Port Pirie through to Adelaide and return. So yeah, if you in Adelaide, it's only 2.5 hours from where I am. Over.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find his call sign on Facebook. I can't see it. It used to be in the top page, but I'm just gonna see if I can kind of run Echo Link in the back.
Yeah, W4RAE, VK5CFW returning. Yeah, no worries, Rachel. I'm actually using my own node, so I'm not coming through Echo Link. I'm actually using my own node on HubNet.
W4RAE, sorry, it keeps disconnecting. It says peer requested disconnect on the Echo Link, so my apologies. But my friend is VK5 MRD VK5 Mike Radio Delta.
Okay, if you want to just come back with his call sign just a bit, again, if you don't mind. I didn't quite catch it. My hearing's not the best. Over.
Yeah, sorry about that. His call sign is Victor Kilo 5 Mike Roger Delta. Victor Kilo 5 Mike Roger Delta.
No worries, yeah, I'll check that out. I'll check on the call sign register a bit later and I've probably spoken to him a couple of times I do a bit of HF as well when I can. But like I said, I'm actually using my own node, All-Star node, so I'm not actually coming through Echolink. Over.
Yeah, VK5CFW, W4RAE. That's cool that you've got your node. I'm using Echolink, and it says it's also an All-Star node. 1111 is the node. But I'm not sure how all that works, because then it says systems linked All-Star, and it has like all these nodes, so many, like 20 or 50, who even knows, but that's cool. I haven't ever used All-Star, don't know what it is. I haven't looked it up, but it's cool that it's, connected. Yeah, over VK5CFW W4RAE.